Hello everyone, my name is Aishwarya Rai and I secured All India Rank 63 in GPA 2020. I have completed my bachelor's from a private college in Bhopal and currently I am pursuing my master's in pharmaceutical chemistry from IIT BHU. I got admission in IIT BHU through my GPAT rank in 2020 and for securing this rank, I started my preparation for GPAT when I was in second year of my college. And for this, I joined Pharma Sapiens. So, Pharma Sapiens is a coaching institute which has various branches all over India. And they have also started taking online classes. So, anybody who's located in any remote part of the country can enroll in this coaching through online or offline mode as per their convenience. As far as preparing for GPAT is concerned, a huge part of my success goes to Pharma Sapiens. I joined their online test series and I used to regularly participate in all the tests. More or less every topic which was important for GPAT was covered. Previous year questions, important questions, questions that were expected to come in 2020 GPAT examination, all of them were covered in their test series and they really helped me secure this rank. And as far as studying for GPAT is concerned, my basic motto from the very beginning was to clear my basics, whether it was pharmaceutical chemistry, I mean medicinal chemistry, organic chemistry, whether it was pharmacology, pharmaceutics, I always focused on clearing my basics. And from GPAT 2020, there has been a change in the set pattern of examination. So, previously there used to be repetitive questions in the exam, but from GPAT 2020 or from GPAT 2019, there haven't been much repetitive questions, or probably there haven't been any repetitive questions. So, clearing my basics really helped me. If we talk about individual subjects, so let's talk about pharmaceutics first. So, if we talk about books that are to be studied, I did not study all topics from Lackman. I just picked out a few important topics or maybe tables from that book. If you talk about pharmaceutical engineering, I studied all the tables that were given in Lackman. Same goes for pharmaceutical technology. I studied all the tables from Lackman. I made sure I was thorough with those. And Brahmankar, I didn't leave a single page of Brahmankar. I used to find it very boring, so I read it like a novel, and then I used to reread, and then I started liking that book. So, and from Alfred Martin, I studied rheology, micromeritics, complexation, and coordination. These were the few chapters which I studied from Alfred Martin, and I saw questions which were line by line similar from Martin. So I think it really helped me. Brahmankar really helped me, and Lackman helped me clear a lot of my basics for this exam. For pharmacology, so I think there should be this sequence while you study any topic in pharmacology, whether it's CNS, ANS, CVS, chemotherapy, anything. So begin with classification and then mode of action. And then you should jump on to individual drugs, and that too while studying individual drugs, focus on adverse effects and try to keep your basics very very clear. If you are clear with the mechanism of action of any particular drug or how the system works, that will help you in your APHE and that will also help you in your pharmacology. And if you are studying pharmacology, try to study the medicam of that topic uh, with pharmacology. So then medicam and pharmacology becomes one subject, and then you don't really have to study medicinal chemistry again. So while you are studying the pharmacology, try and complete the chemistry part of it also. This is what I did for pharmacognosy. And for chemistry, I was blessed to have very very good mentors in my coaching. So I did not refer any book for chemistry or cognosy. I thoroughly went through their notes. I tried to cover all the questions which were in the test series of Pharma Sapiens. And I did not join any other test series, although a lot of my friends joined a lot of other test series and institutes, but I did not. I focused on Pharma Sapiens and it really helped me. And then comes the less important subjects. I mean, so called less important subjects for GPAT. So, but I think those are the subjects that really help you grab your rank. If whether it's biochemistry, microbiology, or it's physical chemistry, and all the other subjects, it's management, juris, they are really important if you are planning to secure a good rank in GPAT, because the main subjects, everybody, more or less everybody studies those. But if you are planning on securing a good rank, then you cannot afford to leave these. The other side subjects are very important for GPAT. And if you don't have a lot of time to study on those, I'd say you can at least go and look for previous year questions and try to solve all those, so that at least you get a brief idea of what questions are asked. And if even if you are not getting the exact question in your exam, you at least know the in and around of that question. So that I think would really help. And if you talk about how many hours one should study for GPAT, so I believe that everybody has a different grasping power and it actually varies from person to person. Few people have a few friends who studied for like 3-4 hours a day. There are few who used to sit overnight, like me. I used to study overnight and then sleep in the morning and then again revise what I studied at night in the afternoon. So this was my schedule. And I think revision is the most important. No matter how much you study, if you will not revise, it will not get retained. So make sure you revise and revise every time. uh, and try not to focus on securing a good rank, rather focus on clearing your basics, knowing about the subject, and understanding what you're studying. So if you have knowledge of a subject or a topic, I think it would really help you in exam, because nobody can really predict how the paper is going to be. But one thing I know for sure, if your basics are clear and if you know what you are studying, it comparatively becomes easy to secure a good rank. And that I think is all. So thank you for listening to me, and thank you so much. All the best, everyone.